Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance rotation video for the week ending the 1st of June, 2025. Scandalous. That is right, my friends. Once again, I have returned to you, this time with another fragrance rotation video. And it has been a strange week. It's been a good week perfume-wise, but it's been a strange week also, because the weather has changed. It's been like summer for the past, 5 weeks? And then this week, it's been shit. It's been really changeable. It's a bit muggy today. It's going to rain again tomorrow. Really weird. So it's been very changeable all week, you know. There's been bits of sun, there's been bits of rain, there's been hard rain, light rain, intermittent rain, that fine rain that soaks you through, all of that kind of thing. But let's start and see what you think of my perfumes this week. And first off, today, well, not today, on Monday, I wore this. Believe me when I tell you, this is my vintage Nexin de Guerlain Eau Extrême. This was from the bottle Eugene sent me very kindly for nothing, and which I promptly broke. So I decanted it into here and managed to save most of the juice. This is a 100ml bottle. But the bottle he sent me was only 75ml, so I have about, what I want to say, 50. I've used about 15ml of this, 20ml. Got a review on this, but it's the later version. This is the original one that everybody goes crazy about and said was reformulated. I really like the Listerine version. The EDP, I think they changed it to Nexin de Guerlain Extrême EDP. I don't know. They changed the nomenclature to the point where I don't know what anything is anymore. Guerlain keeps changing the bottles and being bastards, and I just don't know where I stand. So, but the fragrance is immense. Chocolate, patchouli, vanilla. All the good Guerlain stuff done. Maybe this is the last great Guerlain. Actually, I would probably say Encens Mythique. This is one of the last great Guerlains. They're an absolute shell of their former selves. They've gone down the shit route, unfortunately. But not to worry. Not to worry. We'll always have vintage. Or not, I suppose. It's the nature of vintage, isn't it? Anyway. Speaking of vintage, on Tuesday, I decided to wear Body Kouros. I think I'm going to let this go. I think I'm going to sell it. It doesn't smell great on me. It smells great from the cap. I really like that creamy eucalyptus, slightly sharp incense sort of thing. It's a fantastic creation, but I wore it and I really struggled. Really struggled. Spent the whole day wishing that I hadn't, you know. So even though this is the vintage older one, I think I'm going to let this one go. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. Not all great scents smell great on you, you know. That's just how it is. There's not really much you can do about it, unfortunately. So I'll do a review on Body Kouros if I haven't reviewed it already. And I'll fill you in to a greater degree when I do review it. But I think that's going to be going the way of the dodo when I do my spring-summer rotation. Okay. Next up is something that is definitely not being sold by me, and this is Nexin by Tower. I have been enjoying a Tower renaissance in the spring. Incense Rose and now Nexin. This is incredible. The ingredients used here are Stupendous. I could use all sorts of words, but I won't. But I could, but I won't. It's creamy. It's a little bit fresh. It's got ambergris. It's irisy. It's got geranium. It's light, but it's got depth. I think this is his best work in years, actually. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. It's just a shame that there's only 1,000 bottles. I did, of course, get a backup because they became quite hard to find quite quickly. But the lemon blossom at the top of this is like, it's got that slightly citrus edge, but it's also rounded out as well. And it's pretty. It's pretty. And it's really wearable, and it just smells good. It's got a slightly soapy quality as well, like a cleanliness sort of thing. It's fantastic. This bottle suits it too. The all-white bottle really does suit it. On Thursday, I had to go to the doctor's, and so I wore this. I like wearing iris to the doctor's, but strangely, for the first time on Thursday, I got the Sondra part of Iris Sondra. I got a slightly ashy kind of iris. Never got that from this before, but that tobacco iris sort of thing finally came out like somebody. I don't want to say smoking an iris cigarette because that's a fucking stupid thing to say. Just imagine ash and iris, that juxtaposition. I think Chanel do something similar with one of their fragrances, but I can't remember which one. Or is it Celine? Is it Black Tie or Night Clubbing? It's got that iris, ash juxtaposition kind of thing. It's a fantastic fragrance. I love this. I really do. Apparently it was out of stock for quite a while on the website, so we all got scared. But I'm led to believe it's back. So hopefully it hasn't been reformulated, because I would be very sad. This is one of my favourite iris scents. I really, really, really love it. If you haven't tried it, I suggest you do. It's a really good house, actually. But I find that one the most wearable and probably the best. Okay, Friday. Yes, well, I'm recording this on Saturday because I'm doing a big live stream after this video, and I didn't want to put all of my spring fragrances to the back to only have to bring them out again tomorrow, you know? So I've chosen what I'm going to wear today, which I never do. Anyway, Friday, yesterday, I wore Paddock. I hadn't worn it for quite a while, and I was talking to somebody about it on Thursday, and I thought, oh, I haven't worn that for a while, so I'm going to try this. I'm going to try and wear it again. Look how much. A lot of that has been out in decants. When I got a bottle and found out, this is the first iteration, when I got a bottle and found out how hard it was to find and get, I started sending decants out to everybody and just being like, oh, have you smelled it? Do you like it? What do you think? And all of that sort of thing. And then they re-released it again this year, thank God. And I got a backup. So a lot more people got the chance to own a bottle. It's fabulous. Hay, honey, grass, iris, a little bit of iris I get, carrot seed, which is slightly irisy, you know, like a root kind of thing. Manure, strangely, this kind of dark brown kind of smell. Could be amberwood, but it's used brilliantly. Rather than it being like a sledgehammer, which gives you a headache, it just gives this kind of very slight darkness undertone to the fragrance, which is great. This is one of my favourites that's been released this decade. So that's a video that I need to do. Top 5, top 10 fragrances that have been released in the 2020s. It's not easy because I am the vintage man, as you well know. Speaking of vintage perfumes, which are no longer available, but I absolutely fucking love, this is one of my favourite fragrances, friends, and this is Pavarotti Luciano. Well, this isn't Luciano Pavarotti, that's a different fragrance, But this is Pavarotti. I've talked about this ad infinitum. It is genuinely one of the great fragrances in my collection. One of my favourites. Like, it's in my top 5, at least in my top 5. Top 3, probably. Lavender, oak moss, honey, patchouli, lemon verbena. Is it lemon verbena? Fresh at the top. Cool. A little bit floral in the mid. Honey. Natural smelling. And then in the base, it's like ambery, warm patchouli thing. It just smells incredible. It's absolutely beautiful. Made by David Appel, who went on to be one of the top perfume teachers at one of the top perfume schools, of which name I cannot remember. So that's not very clever, is it? But an unheralded perfumer. So that is a shame. A true shame, indeed. But next, my fragrance for tomorrow, or today, as you're watching this, as I am releasing this video. I will put this at the front of the back so I can reach it easily tomorrow. I don't have to pull out 7 different fragrances, just the one. This is Roadster. Decided to wear Roadster tomorrow because it's absolutely immense. Not sure if I've reviewed this fragrance. I need to start reviewing fragrances that I love, and not just ones that I've sold, really, you know. Mint, bergamot, which I have often said gives this kind of like apple skin kind of vibe, like green, juicy apple skin kind of vibe, you know. And then the bergamot kind of burns off and leaves you with that minty. It's not a toothpaste mint, though. It's much, much smarter than that. Again, the perfumer who made this, Cartier perfumer, can never remember whether it's Mathilde Laurent or Daniela Andrière, and it is to my eternal shame that I keep forgetting. It is, of course, Mathilde Laurent, as I've just looked it up, released in 2008. This was a signature fragrance for me. I'm getting awfully low on that bottle, friends. I don't like the look of that. Unheralded, and they discontinued this when they discontinued the Roadster watch, which is a shame. Although the Roadster watch isn't great. I don't like that watch. I do have a vintage Santos, though, which I also love the fragrance of that. Anyway, this has been my fragrance rotation, friends. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all again soon.